welcome all to the people watching in YouTube. Also, welcome to this amazing session, uh, stories from Middle East with Ajay ji and Kamal ji. So, okay.
We are live
So I
on YouTube
request,
now.
yes, we are live on YouTube. So hello, big hello to all the YouTube people also. And मैं अजय जी और कमल अजय भैया कमल दीदी से रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा कि अगर आप हमें सुन पा रहे हैं तो इफ यू कैन ऑन योर कैमरा. Just a second, I think they will be joining. अजय अजय भैया कमल दीदी आप अगर देख पा रहे हैं तो यस वी है दे आर हियर. जयंता कुमार यूट्यूब लिंक यस. जय गुरुदेव. Yes, we all are very happy to see you, and we were waiting for this story time, this amazing session to come up. Uh, अजय अजय भैया कमल दीदी आपका बहुत बहुत स्वागत है. आज हमारे साथ सेशन में देश इंडिया से और मिडिल ईस्ट से काफी लोग जुड़े हैं. इंडिया में भी फ्रॉम द ईस्टर्न पार्ट सिलीगुड़ी से लेके फ्रॉम भोपाल टू गुजरात to some parts of South India also. So we have a mini world, means mini India out here. So I'd like to take the opportunity to quickly introduce you to the group. जितने भी दो लोग देख रहे हैं मैं कमल दीदी के बारे में बता देना चाहूंगा. वो काफी समय से आर्ट ऑफ लिविंग फाउंडेशन से जुड़ी हुई है और एक आर्ट ऑफ लिविंग की सीनियर फैकल्टी है. एडवांस मेडिटेशन शी इज एडवांस मेडिटेशन ट्रेनर इन मिडिल ईस्ट and she has also on esteemed board of Art of Living Middle East. She has traveled and taught Art of Living programs over more than 17 countries: Oman, UAE, Kuwait, Qatar, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, Bahrain, India, Pakistan. ऐसे बहुत सारे countries में उन्होंने workshops लिए हैं that promote good health, relieve stress, and to bring joy in people. And अजय भैया के बारे में बताना चाहूंगा. वो 30 साल से आर्ट मीन्स वो एक इंडस्ट्रियलिस्ट है एंड over 30 years in variety of business, industrial, social associations. He has joined the family flagship business, the Khimji Ramdas Group in 1983, a leading corporate house in Sultanate of Oman. And भैया एपेक्स बॉडी मेंबर भी रहे आर्ट ऑफ लिविंग फाउंडेशन के गल्फ और मिडिल ईस्ट के लिए. आर्ट ऑफ लिविंग ट्रेनर है. अलग अलग देशों में जाके उन्होंने जैसे सऊदी अरेबिया, जॉर्डन, इजिप्ट, लेबनान ऐसे अलग अलग जगह पे जाके गुरुदेव के कोर्सेज को प्रमोट किया है. और अभी वो फुल्ली डेडिकेटेड है एजुकेशनल, सोशल एंड स्पिरिचुअल एक्टिविटीज में अराउंड द वर्ल्ड. एंड थैंक यू सो मच Bhaiya Didi for coming and taking out time from your busy schedule and sharing your stories with us. So भैया आज का हमारा जो टॉपिक है स्टोरीज फ्रॉम द मिडिल ईस्ट. तो हम आपसे बहुत उत्सुक है जानने के लिए कि ये जो सफर है आज इतना हम देख रहे हैं उसकी शुरुआत कैसे हुई, अब तक ये कैसा रहा.
Okay, so ladies first.
So, अच्छा, one of my friends, English is ठीक है राइट इंग्लिश में बात करूँ तो ठीक है या मिक्स्ड ओके
जितने भी लोग जुड़े चैट बॉक्स में कमेंट करके बता सकते हैं कौन सा लैंग्वेज आपको चाहिए, तो वी गेट टू नो द ऑडियंस। तो आप लोग है चैट बॉक्स में एक बार लिख के बता दीजिए।
हाँ तो
जस्ट वेट फॉर
okay so
इंग्लिश
what
इज फाइन।
English is fine right yeah makes it अच्छा so I started put others on mute please
Yeah.
I can't we need to put people on mute I can't hear any sounds yeah
yes
yeah so
okay, it's fine now.
So actually, my friend introduced me to the program. One of my friends, and she said, "कि आप करो ये program." तो मैंने just to make her happy मैंने किया the Art of Living course. Time Tanuja Didi was there. She had come, so I missed the first day of the program because I was busy. I was working. You know, I had a passion to do business at that point. And now that has shifted and it's become passion to serve. But that first course was the beginning. So tabhi I did the course and I said, yeah, it's good. But wo teacher ka smile bahut acha tha. She was smiling very well. And I felt ill after that course. But I remember the last day of that course, she just told me, you know, you should teach. I was not really keen or interested, but I liked the course, but not, you know, everybody was saying, wow, 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 something. And then, you know, in those days over here, it was very new, 20 years ago. So we didn't know who was Gurudev. And she showed me just one photo. So, you know, that photo was really nice. And he looked so peaceful and calm. And definitely I said, wow, this is a nice person. He looks good, nice, calm. And that's about it. And after that, the DSN happened. And in the DSN, I felt something, you know, shift came when I really felt like saying Gurudev, because I had nobody to answer my question. So I wrote to Gurudev that should I go ahead with to do, I don't know anything about meditation. So what should I do? Should I join? There was other movements that had also started coming, other meditation groups. So what should I do? Not knowing anything about Art of Living, I was quite ignorant. And after that, suddenly someone told me that there's a course in Rishikesh, advanced course. And I went to Rishikesh to do it. And then even Ajay, he came with me, and my other two family members, they also came. And he had not even done the happiness basic course.
Not because Art of Living है या गुरुदेव को मिलना ऐसा कुछ मन में ही नहीं था. हाँ, ऋषिकेश, हाँ, वहाँ तो एटलीस्ट गंगा में जाके एक डुबकी तो मार सकते हैं. Yeah, that's it.
So, you know, it was a call which abhi hame pata chalta hai. At that time, in that innocence, we went, chalo dekh ke aate hain, कि अब सब लोग बोल रहे हैं वो course अच्छा है. They said, no, you may not get place to stay. But then one of the teachers told me, you know, once you reach there, usually Gurudev is very kind-hearted. He won't send you back. तो तुम चली जाओ. Like that, you know. So we just thought, chalo jate hain. We didn't think anything. And when we reached, and it was Shivratri time, and we met Gurudev, and the first time we met, he looked in the eyes, and that was the time, and I felt that belongingness, and I felt so much love, which I was so confused. I said, I don't even know this person. Why am I feeling so much love in my heart? And he was so wonderful, and I felt that belongingness, and I felt Gurudev belonged to everybody, and we belonged to him. And I said, this is the right place I've come. And that's how the journey started. There was no looking back after that. I felt so energized after that, you know, that meeting him. And that was it. And I think Banu Didi was supposed to come to the Middle East. And then Ajay and my other family did Sahaj first. In those days, no one was doing Sahaj first.
I was very fortunate, you know, like Banu Didi said, you have to promise me कि अभी सहज कर लो, मैं आई हूँ. And when that time it was called the basic course in those days. जो भी teacher आए उसके साथ कर लेना.
So that time there was no teacher also in Oman. So we had a teacher from Dubai, Kavita Ji. Now she passed away. She had come and she was not a teacher then. She became one later. So that's how we began our journey in innocence without knowing. But definitely we feel grateful that there was a call. Uh, and it just was a very beautiful journey, that never stopped. And once I came back here, every month Gurudev kept sending teachers from outside, different teachers. And the group it was a happening where people loved the program and they benefited so much. And today we have how many? 500 teachers in the Middle East? 500 teachers in the Middle East today.
43 years.
Yeah, 543, about 550 teachers today in the Middle East. So that was how it happened. So love moves the world, and that was what Gurudev did, right?
Yes, that video is like, it brings goosebumps when we see this video. The whole world is so nice. So, Ajay Bhaiya, we'd like to hear your part of the story also. See how you connected the chord.
Every time when I take a course, they all want to know. So I always wonder, where do I start from? Well, my journey was like I was being pushed to do it. I never used to believe in any programs or any spirituality or meditation or anything. I never used to believe all that. So like, of course, my wife, she pushed me. I was a businessman. Well, that time totally into the business. So with great convincing, I reached the venue of the program, and well, it started off with a big face. I joined, but I did not enjoy at all because the teachers who had come were only shouting away. So I was telling myself, what type of a program is this? Why are these teachers shouting, and why have they arranged? They wanted to shout. I would have gone and spent some time in a better place, in a better environment with good people around. Anyway, so the course got over. At that time, it was a 5-day program. The only thing I enjoyed was the Sudarshan Kriya, because I got the experience of the jasmine smell, jasmine flower smell. That's it. Then something happened in my life. I had businesses even in Dubai. And at that time, when before, and even those initial days, I always had a problem with myself, in the sense I used to carry tank full of worries. For every little thing, I used to worry a lot. So, and I seldom used to smile. So after doing the program, but I was practicing the kriya. Only that I was doing, nothing else. Daily I used to practice my kriya. And in Dubai, I had partners who embezzled funds. So in 24 hours, I had to relocate myself from Muscat to Dubai. Just with one pair of clothes, I had to just fly out and be over there. And that time, DSN was going on. Rishi Nitya Pragyaji, first time he had come to Dubai. This I'm talking of 2002, 2002 beginning. Or no, 2001, correct. And as I said, I was worrying a lot. So when I sat down in my factory with, so much of problems, open accounts, 50 people around my desk, and I was trying to search, where is my worry? What happened? I was worried that why the worry is not there. And with a smile on my face, I could, attend to the issues and the problem. So that, it was really like a wonderment, means what happened to me. And at the same time, in the evening, I was doing the DSN program, which I liked the most. In those days, I don't know how DSN, it was my favorite program. At least I must have done 7-8 times. I don't know how many people have you done the program. this to bash the participants. And that time also I was smiling. There was, no agitation or no anger with me. And I was smiling and taking everything on the hot seat. So this was the thing. And as I said, my worries just disappeared. And I just felt like just that I'm a happy person. And then one day, just after some time, I had to go to India for recruiting. I went to Mumbai. And one of the teachers, there was this art excel teacher who would have also come to Muscat. And she found out that I was in Mumbai and she forced me to come to meet Gurudev in Rishikesh. I said, I have no time. And that time I never knew Gurudev so much and all. I said, okay, maybe some person like that. And, when I went with great, again, convincing from her side, and I met Gurudev. So I said, Gurudev, I've come. And he said, oh, you have come. So I was wondering, why is he said, you have come? I said, Gurudev, I've just come to meet and tomorrow, you're not leaving. Nahi, kahan nahi jana hai? Yahan hi thehro. I said, why? And for the next 3 days, I was not allowed to leave. And that time he had a senior teacher and a Seva warrior from Delhi. Nityanand ji. Yeah, he has now passed away. So wherever Nityanand ji went, I was like tagged with him. If he sat with Gurudev for 15 minutes, I was. If he was doing any other seva, I used to join. And after coming back after 4 days, that was the transformation.
Now, do you want to hear the Guru story about this? How now we can look at it. I need motivation, others I can't talk. At least thumbs up you have to put.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. One thing that I have noticed, like generally when I ask the people which is the course you fear about, they say DSN. So, but for many people, it's the favorite course also of Art of Living. Yes, yes, we want to hear the Guru story, what happened.
So you see, in between, because he did the course after me, right? The happiness.
6 months after.
6 months, 8 months. In between that, we had teachers from the United States coming to the Middle East, Michael Fishman. And, he was very good teacher, but, very methodical. And, he had everything structured. And, in the Gulf, they are more casual. And of course, structure is there, but,
more pampered,
very pampered people, not knowing, not valuing. Nobody knew, right, what is Art of Living and how much benefit the course.
Lot of intellect.
The mind was working. So we had organized courses in different hotels. Then we didn't have centers or anything, and we were just registered there. So, and Ajay had not done the course. So the first day Michael would sit in the course. Second day he will say, please transfer the course. I will do it in your home. We had in the garden, we had a hall, which I never put furniture till today. I don't know why. It was always an empty hall. And in that hall, we would do, then he said, no, I want to do the course here. So we would have to shift. And then Ajay would tell me, why is this teacher wanting to shift? They are saying, accept people and situations. Where is the situation that he has accepted? He's saying, I want to come back home to do the course. And he would be very upset.
I used to say, Kamal, we have already paid, with a business mind, you have paid at a venue and then you are not going to take the program. Can you imagine?
So he said, why is he doing? And I didn't know all the big teachers, senior teachers, very new in Art of Living and what to do. So they said, no, that place does not have good energy and the people are smoking. Whatever reasons there were, at that point I was stuck between the teacher and my husband. So I wrote to Gurudev and I had written to Gurudev that I don't know this, there's so much chaos in my house happening. So I don't know how to handle it. So there is, and I would laugh about it. I mean, I was not unhappy, but just seeing these two. So I said that, my husband is not at all smiling. So, and there's big chaos in the house. Please, you need to do something. And then that letter the teacher was going to meet Gurudev or someone was going to, I sent that letter. Those days there was no email or Gurudev was only, we used to write to Gurudev. So, and I never thought of anything that, that I just have to think of it and we have to just really wish from our heart and all, no knowledge about anything like that. So I wrote, which was a better thing, very tangible. And the next thing I know is Ajay's reached Rishikesh. And then he didn't tell you that Gurudev had tickled his stomach a lot. So he was always laughing. So when he came back, the first thing he said, Kamal, I think you should go to become a teacher. And I never wanted to do. He said, I think, you have wanted to do, you go be a teacher in Art of Living. Why don't you do?
Oh, I don't remember this.
And then I said, now how come he started laughing all the time? Because and that was the shift that happened. See, from our heart, when we really ask, when we don't doubt the master, he brings everybody together. And as I talk, I keep thinking, even till today, I don't think anything has changed. When we go through our difficulties, sometimes our small mind, we get stuck, not seeing the broad vision. But the master, he helps you to broaden your vision, no? And to know that everything will work out when our intention is good, when we don't have anything against them, when we just want to make things better for everyone, it works out. So it worked out, and he started laughing. And I remember first time when I had met Gurudev also in Rishikesh, he had I looked and I said, all these people are meditating. I think one day I want to teach this meditation. And they said, Sahaj meditation, kuch to hai. So I said, maybe I should learn how to do this. And I told Gurudev, first time I met him, Gurudev, I think one day I would like to teach this meditation. Because so such calm and happy people there. So he said, हाँ हो सकता है. And as soon as I left the room, there were other senior people. They said, what are you asking to Gurudev? I said, what did I ask? They said, you have asked Sahaj. He doesn't give for 15 years, 18 years, nothing. And I said, is it? So he said, anyway, I don't know anything. So what does it matter how long it takes? Anyway, I have to learn. So whatever time it takes, it's okay. I didn't use my head in those times. And believe me, I became a Sahaj teacher very soon after becoming a teacher. He gave me just very quickly. So I was the first Sahaj teacher in the Middle East. And I was one of the few teachers even in India. And so that's how it happened, It is a grace of the master. Sometimes you feel you don't deserve it, but still you get it. So that is, today when I'm teaching the blessing program, I say it happens with grace. Or when I'm teaching the advanced course, I always say that what you don't deserve and you get, that is the grace. And that is how things have worked out for us, no? There's so much abundance. Only we have to be there to receive it. Yeah.
Absolutely. There's one thing that we see generally when someone does the course, they like Kriya so much. They practice it also. But the transition from a participant to a volunteer is a very nice journey. Because I have seen many people who does the Kriya, they say, okay, it's good for health, it's good for my mind, my focus have increased. But how the transition to a seva warrior happens and how you transition, no, abhi to we need to do some seva, we need to do some service. And you can also explain why service is important, because there are many people out here in the group, they do seva, but they sometimes think, okay, सिर्फ सुदर्शन क्रिया से ही काम चलेगा. So we want to hear that part.
Okay.
So actually, it was the opposite for me. I never thought of. I got into because of the organization and seva. I think it was the same for Ajay.
We actually, I didn't know what was seva, to be honest.
We just got in
because everything was there, and then I found something which was very different.
What was missing
in Art
in
of
our
Living?
life?
Yeah, which I never even imagined that you have to even take responsibility. So the knowledge points, time and again were coming back. So that really opened up. That wonderment. Oh wow, that it is possible. You can do it. There is a way. You can help people. You can, show people that how things can be done, how programs can be organized, and how seva can be, be given, no matter whatever seva you can do. And I think this is like an ongoing. So now it has just become part of the life. Yeah. Every day is a challenge, but yes, smilingly accepting it.
For me, when I was in Rishikesh, that first trip, Gurudev had just said, "Ja ke kaam karo." Now, kaam karo means, nobody don't know what a kaam karo means. Okay, we'll organize courses. Nobody thought. But as I was leaving, Swami Brahmatirji, that time we used to call him Bharat Bhaiya. He just said, पता है इधर ये walk होने वाला है, 5H walk होने वाला है, तो वो आप क्यों नहीं करते उधर मिडिल ईस्ट में? I said, अच्छा करेंगे. And that's all. And then I went to Muscat. Then we asked some senior teachers who were traveling. They came. They said, इधर कुछ करना नहीं, ये सब कुछ ज़रूरत नहीं, courses करो, ये कभी होगा. It's impossible to do it because gatherings.
Gurudev का photo नहीं
दिखाना नहीं होगा.
So much of
fear,
insecurity.
they कैसा होगा, ये नहीं होगा, इधर तो हो ही नहीं सकता. Not because of anything wrong they were saying, because they are saying it from the tangible aspect. Do you understand? It was tangible because gatherings are really, at that point, now it's of course much easier. There was fear, and there was always, we are living in that very sensitive region where wars were there. There were so many things, war-torn areas, and people from everywhere were there. So to protect the people, they would not allow gatherings. They would not say, "Kaisa karoge aap ye nahi, ye sab chodo." Like that, people, nobody encouraged. But since something clicked when I was Rishikesh, chalo try karte hain, jate hain. Then one young teacher, art excel, she was, chalo jate hain. Aise jaake gaye, and we went and talked to a few locals, and we met them, and they said, yeah, you do it with us. Don't do on your own, you do with us. At the same time, there were other people who wanted to do this 5H walk, but nobody allowed it. But we got involved with the government. So the government said, you are with us, you can easily do. Why not you do it? We'll do it. And we did that first service project was to have homes for the needy. So
for the homeless.
So we did it under the government and with collaboration with the Art of Living, and the people were very happy, and they were very nice. And who supported us in that walk was today's present Sultan Haytham, the new Sultan Haytham. He was the one who led that walk. At that point, he was in the sports, and we just had invited him, will you come? He said, yeah, I'll also come. So we all walked, maybe 1,000 people walked.
It was on the beach.
It was on the beach, and it was amazing weather. There was rainbow, there was drizzling.
Everything, huh?
Everything.
Drizzling, rainbow, sunshine.
And the tide,
hot and cold,
the
breeze,
tide went
tide in and out.
And I mean,
everything Gurudev showed.
And it was beautiful, and we walked 2-3 kilometers, and we did this as a project for homes for the needy, and we had so much support from the government and from all our friends and all the Art of Living, who now are, so many of them have become teachers also. None of us were teachers then, and it was a lot of fun that we had while organizing. And I think that's one thing. And then when we said this, I see this, the knowledge sheets are written. So in one of the knowledge sheets, I think that Gurudev has written that in Oman, 1,000 people walked for the 5H walk. So for us, it was, wow, we had so much fun organizing it. So Seva, I mean, when you do it lightly, it's a lot of fun. That's why I got hooked onto it, because I could meet so many people and seeing the impossible becoming possible when we all work for a good intention. So that happens. So I think that's the reason. No, I mean, there's no other thing that, oh, because of this happened and that. No, it's very simple. I enjoyed it. I did it because I felt it was required, and it happened effortlessly. That's why I did it. There was no other catch to it. It's important. Yes, it's important, but you really, when you serve, you feel happy, right? In meditation, they say, right, when you meditate, then you get the blessing to do seva. When you do seva, you get the blessing to do meditation. So dono hai na. So that happens to us. We start feeling more and more happy when we serve. No? That's the core. That's why we do it, right? So then you can do your sadhana also become stronger. And if you do seva, it's strong. If you do your sadhana well, then you will automatically get into seva. So you should not believe people who are really doing sadhana will come into seva. Others, they are saying they are doing, but they might not be doing.
Yes. It's a cycle, seva, sadhana, and satsang.
Satsang, yeah.
Cycle.
It goes together only.
I never used to like satsang.
Yes.
Satsang.
But there is one thing where we have. I have seen a very beautiful video of Gurudev recently, just a year back, I guess. Gurudev visiting Middle East, and it was such a nice video. So, can you share some stories about Gurudev visiting Middle East? How you manage and what is like? There's a bliss in chaos. Yes.
2018, he was invited by the ruler of Fujairah.
So he does his kriya regularly.
Yeah.
And
so one of our teachers is his coach. And when we were with Gurudev in Morocco, I think 2017, that time he came to meet Gurudev in the hotel where Gurudev was staying. We were also there. He's got even his own palace also over there. So he does a lot of up and down between Fujairah in UAE, one of the Emirates, and Morocco.
So
when he came to meet Gurudev, Gurudev told that I will come to your country via Fujairah.
He told him, through you, I will come.
Through you. So my first landing in UAE will be in Fujairah.
So we had heard that.
So we just heard it and, did not take it that seriously.
We just knew, but...
Okay, fine, Gurudev, like he tells everybody, yes, I'm coming. Main aunga. Makes everybody happy. So it was one of the things and then forgotten.
And then when the dates came, okay, Gurudev has got these dates, we remembered what he had said.
Yeah.
So though we were based in Oman, we remembered and we had met the ruler with him. So we took an appointment and we went and said...
We started the dialogue, about Gurudev's visit. And he said, I will do everything for his visit.
And he's a very noble man.
Very, very kind and,
love, and he does
down to earth.
Earth. Yeah. And that's how it began for Gurudev. And he's visited so many.
And the thing is that once upon a time, Fujairah belonged to Oman many years. So I was telling Kamal, that this was like one of the seva which they had to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that maybe some karma connection, the grace that gave us a chance to, whatever you call it. I just feel it's that we got a chance to organize something and be with Gurudev. Right?
It was really a historical. No doubt in 2015, he was invited to Bahrain also by the ruler over there.
He's gone to Iraq also with the state visit Iraq. He's gone to Lebanon. We had organized his Lebanon.
Oh, Lebanon also, we must tell you. Again, we had gone early to do all his preparation. And, just 2 days before, I think it was middle of the night. So it was around, I think, 11 or 12. In India, it was 3 in the morning. So Gurudev just calls. So we're wondering what happened. He says, मुझे बहुत काम है, मैं नहीं आऊँ, आप लोग सब संभाल लेना, सबको मिल लेना. I said, Gurudev, we have 800 people who have registered for your talk. We have the appointment arranged for you with the Prime Minister, with the President. And I said, Gurudev, you have to come. Otherwise, how it will be very, very difficult. There's a lot of commitment which we have given.
Then we said, please, because he said, itna kaam hai, I can't
I cannot leave the ashram.
I cannot leave. So we said, Gurudev, please, aap aiye. Then he said, theek hai, aata hu. And that was it. And
when he came
1,700 people.
100 people
Lebanese
landed
for the talk. It was,
and of all walks of life.
Life.
It was just amazing.
it was amazing. And
it's only he can do.
and they loved him so much that in this place where they said, you are the one who has come to us to, and we feel so happy to meet you. So, in those areas where there's so much need for this, the Kriya, and for the strength to be given through meditation. So Gurudev gave a talk and the knowledge, and people really valued it. And everyone was there from all walks of life, and all nationalities, all walks of life. Everyone, there was
no place to sit. Then people had to stand.
And people really loved him so much that he was covered, of course, in the television. But all of them, they said thank you from their own personal handles, the media, or the people who interviewed him, or the people who were influencers, in that region. They wrote from their own handles and they put it on their page. That is what we found so touching, that you see, these people, they've never met the master before, right? And yet they were so touched and they were so happy. Before he came, they were thanking him. They came for the meeting. After he went, they thanked him. So, that the love and the knowledge that Gurudev gives is something that is really phenomenal. And it gives them so much peace. So much work has been done. Our IHV projects have been happening in Tripoli, Vekatran, and the local teachers have been working for that project. It's amazing.
A lot of transformation has
happened. A lot of.
We are registered also now in Jordan.
Yeah. So a lot of from Jordan, Iraq, Lebanon, the local teachers there, they've been really working so hard and
tirelessly
and happily with joy. In these areas, it's not easy to do what they've been doing. It's not at all easy. So, and Syria, we've been working in all these areas, and all our teachers are just joyously doing all the work. And they know that the Kriya, as you said, that Kriya, that also works, right? The people, all the trauma relief programs are done in those areas, because so many people, they've lost their families. There's been war.
Like in Iraq.
Iraq also.
The Prime Minister, the President, when he met, he was talking about Ayurveda. He literally told Gurudev, we really need you, because nobody's bothered. At least you being an Indian, taking so much trouble, making all enlightened, be on this path with meditations and Kriya and all.
Bringing joy to us. And you don't leave us.
Yeah, don't leave us.
Even now, actually, the first thing when Gurudev entered there, they held him, they said, you promise you're coming back. Before he sat down, because a lot of work has been happening there also. A lot of work has been happening.
Our teacher, Mawaib Shaibani, Emirati, she is also doing a lot of work in Iraq.
So a lot of work has been happening there also. And it still continues. We are doing projects even for the youth, even now. Online, I think they've started also projects. So Mawahib has been working with a group of Iraqi teachers there. And some of our Gurudev sent support. I think Girinji has also gone there, and some of our other Indian teachers. Iraq was really if there's any
the first
visit, they are really something to. It's unbelievable how the transformation happened and what all happened there when Gurudev went in Iraq.
You have also witnessed some Guru stories. If you can share some of the Guru stories.
Oh, more Guru stories.
About Iraq, we can share what happened there, when we entered.
The first time, when we went, because of the war was there.
It was still on.
It was still on. And we had to go to Jordan to get a visa. Even for Gurudev, it had to be arranged because the Indian government was not comfortable to send Gurudev. But somehow or the other,
all the permissions
Gurudev
came.
really wanted to help the people of Iraq. And, as soon as we landed, when we were going in the cars were moving in
this way, not straight.
Not straight, because they were all
Firing
was happening.
So, Gurudev said, I have not come here to just sit in the hotel. I have come here to meet all the people and to tell them.
And our centers were even in the red zone area.
I've come to tell them, just drop everything, drop your weapons.
If you drop the weapons, then only there'll be peace.
He
Otherwise,
said,
the foreign invasion
will not go. So he was just saying that, like he talked on the principles of Mahatma Gandhi, and he explained to all of them, even the spiritual leaders, religious leaders. He said, just drop everything, and then what will happen?
Madrasas, all the schools and all.
And they welcomed him, and they said, yes, what you're saying is right. So he said that drop everything, and then peace will come. You all work together. So the meetings used to happen in the night because in the daytime there was too much risk. So in 12 in the night, 1 in the night, like that. So because cars couldn't go freely over there. So Gurudev met so many people. He went to the mosques, he went to the other places. He met all the leaders, all different places. And it just slowly, he brought a lot of people together. And definitely a change did come. A change. And
you can tell 2 funny stories.
One was
I will say, one she will tell. Carpet story is also there.
When he landed.
I think.
When was that? The first trip, 2008.
The first trip,
2008.
3 trips he has made, and we were there with all the 3 trips. So, he showed so much of love to Gurudev that he was selling these Iraqi hand-woven carpets. So he wanted to give Gurudev a gift. Now, when we were...
before that he said, I dreamt that you will come.
And he had a dream. That
before Gurudev entered, that you will come here and I will give you a carpet. That was the story. That, that I am going to give you something, and this is how he gave it. So, we feel only people in India or people, no, that's not there. His love is universal, and people can feel that love. And imagine they dreamt of him before he came. And then he gave the carpet to Gurudev when he was there. That was one thing we remember.
And then there was one journalist from Delhi. He was a Sardar. So Gurudev used to help him what to write in his notes. So, he was not eating. So Gurudev said, देखो ये गुजराती है, उनके पास थेपला खाकरा सब होगा. आप खा लो, नहीं तो ये भी नहीं मिलेगा आपको.
And so, he would encourage everybody and teach everybody how, how he is with us.
So loving, he used to take care.
He used to really take care.
Then he didn't even take the flight, right?
Yeah.
On the first trip.
What happened is our ticket was there, and we reached maybe 5-6 minutes late to the airport. So the flight went off and our tickets were given away. Now, Gurudev,
in spite of, paying tickets and all.
Everything. Was in that point, they just gave away the tickets.
The seats.
Seats. And Gurudev had a public talk in Jordan that night. So then we told Gurudev, you go, because we managed to get one seat from Jordan, they organized. So you go. So he said, okay. So he took his bag and went. And then after that, 5-6 minutes after, he came back. And he said, I'm not leaving you all. He said, I know if I go, you will be in the airport, you will not go anywhere, because there was curfew there. So he said, no, you will not go anywhere. You will be here. I'm going to stay with you. Now, what had happened, it was a state visit. So there were 11, 12 tankers used to follow the cars wherever we would go, So all that state, all that security, all finished. So they've all gone back. Now Gurudev said, I'll come back. Who was there? There were other party people. So they said, now we cannot do anything to you because you have come via the government. Now what to do? then, on the airport, there were just 10 Indians in the whole of Iraq at that point. And Gurudev, we were preparing food for Gurudev. At that time, he had told, ये सब उनको दे दो, सब खाना वाना, पूरा सब खाना खाली कर दो, सब खाना उनको दे दो. But one of those persons, he said, मैं जब भी वापस आऊँगा, तो मेरे वहाँ मैं ठहरूंगा. He just told him like that. We said, God knows when Gurudev will come back and when he will stay in this process. He's just a bachelor. That fellow was also just looking at Gurudev. First time he has met Gurudev. So Gurudev came back. That person was still waiting in the airport. These were bachelors. So he said, Chalo, tumhare ghar chalte hain. Now this was a bachelor pad where these people had got 3-4 rooms. And
they come for that special assignment
to the banks
for a few months, and
they go. So he was there, and Gurudev came there, and we were just shocked at that. What now? He said, "Idhar aaj raat ko therenge, kal sabere we'll all go back together. I'm not going to leave you." And imagine in that place there was no, we didn't have anything. No, they were bachelors. So Gurudev slept even on the floor. He just put a dhoti and he slept there. And he said, "Aap log jao." So my wife, myself, them Girinji, we 4 of us were there, and the journalist. So 5 of us, and he was just there, and he said, "No, I'll stay here." And then he said, "You prepare things, breakfast." And that person, that man, his wife was living in Nasik. So he called her and he said, "Guess who's in my house?" So she said, "Who is there?" They said, "Gurudev is in my house." He said, "I don't believe. How can Gurudev come to your house? You're a bachelor." I am the devotee. She was a devotee and she used to really believe a lot in Guruji, and he was not. But she was, and she used to do the Kriya regularly, and she used to always pray, and so I said, "My God." And then he just said that, and she was shocked. So see what happens when your intention is there. She said, "I'm doing all the seva here, and Gurudev came and stayed with you in Iraq." So you see, our prayers and our vibrations, they work everywhere, no? So that's how he did it there. And what does a guru not do for a devotee?
Yeah, if your intention is pure, anything can manifest.
So he stayed with them, and also that time he went and he also saw a plot where the old Gurudwara. He said, Guru Nanak has come to this place in Iraq. So he said in future, he said that will also be rebuilt like a Gurudwara, like that. So we had gone there.
Gurudev, like we have heard story of Gurudev. Many people are waiting for me, and we have seen that manifesting, I guess. Because Gurudev doesn't worry of anything. He just reaches that place, and it's like very, like you said about the carpet story. The man has dreamt day before, and the thing went like that. So we have seen Gurudev traveling so much. So have you seen Gurudev resting or he is always a workaholic in nature?
One thing I can say, there's always a want is there to go with him, some excuse. So one of the trips, I will tell you, he was to go to Turkey. Now, how do you tell Gurudev that, Gurudev, I want to come also? Some excuse you have to give, no? So I just told Gurudev, yes, I will take care, of all your food, that it comes to your room and everything. I'll do that. And then when we went to Turkey, there was the hotel where the organizers had kept us. So there were 2 buildings, and there was a huge corridor between the 2 buildings. And literally, what I told him, that only happened. I was a butler for him for 3 days. So Kamal used to prepare the food. I used to carry the food in the tray, and all his meals 3 times in a day, go and give it to him the food. So literally, it was like, okay, your intention was that you become a butler, so now you do all my butler work.
And I said, I'll be the cook, because we had just gone with Gurudev. Again, if we say, he will say, "Ke tum kaam karo."
Yeah,
Kya go back. What is there to
you have to take courses.
Wahan se karo.
Ye karo, wo karo.
So then he's a workaholic, and if we says, Guruji, we want to be, abhi aaye hai na, kya hai, kya, you know how, no? Gurudev will joke, but he blesses also. So we've kept that intention, and that's happened.
He says, when I turn one side, it is high. When I turn the other side, it is bye.
And then high again.
Then again high.
So there's one very nice story that happened in Turkey. Do you want to hear that? This is something.
Yes.
Written it down. While cooking, one story that really happened. It was Ajay's birthday that time, and we were preparing food. So when you're with Gurudev, you think of Gurudev, right? That I want to prepare food for Gurudev. So I said, I'll prepare a sweet with milk, with a sevai with milk. So I put the milk to boil, and the milk curdled. So again, I put the milk to boil. Second, I thought maybe the vessel was bad or what. So washed it and put it. Again, it boiled. Then, third time, I took out a fresh vessel and I said, now let me again try. The milk boiled. Now, it was getting time for Gurudev's lunch. I said, now if I go on waiting for this milk to boil, and when will I prepare? Because if you are late, and then Gurudev may not eat because he's got so many meetings, but I wanted to make something. So I said, I'll make that shira. We call halwa, you call in Punjabi. We call it shira out of gehu, out of wheat flour. So I said, that does not require milk, and I know how to make it well. So I'll do it. I'll learn this recipe from my mother-in-law, and I'll make it. So karke, I said, and I made it, and I took it to Gurudev. And what Gurudev did, he picked up that and he said, Ajay, this is for you. Now, Ajay said, what I thought was, if my mother was there, she would have prepared this for me. But my wife is not got time to think of my birthday. So now that remained a mystery. How the milk curdled, or what happened to that milk, and how this preparation happened. And it became. See, if I'm looking at it at a tangible level, that the milk curdled, I made the shira, I took it without thinking. What a master does is he cares so much for the devotee that how he uses you as an instrument, even
beyond imagination.
You cannot, I didn't purposely curdle the milk. It happened, right? So if you look at it from one angle, he said, yeah, he used me as an instrument to make shira for my own husband, which I would have not done. So, who is the doer? Did I prepare that thing, or did it happen? It remains a mystery, right? So when things happen like that, when you're in the presence of a master, these mysteries keep you going, right? Some will call it miracle, some will call it mystery. So
take care of that little thing.
So,
he takes care of the little things also.
Yeah.
Small things
that
very tiny, small things like that he takes care of. That we don't realize, and then we realize that we are not doing anything. No, that it is a happening, isn't it? So that happens all the time. When we take courses also, all of us must have known, right? We've done the courses, so it's just happened, right? In the presence of the master, right? That so much love,
yes,
isn't it? So things start happening.
I tell you, there's so much to learn. Every time you are with him, there's something new which you will learn. That
absolutely.
Really, he will work like in rest also. He's working only. In everything, he is he is definitely, doing work for the benefit of humanity. Every moment, even everything, don't take it casually what he says or what he does. Every moment, if you just observe, if
It's
you
like
see,
unstoppable.
it is just giving and giving and giving and giving. And knowledge, and in a real way he will work.
Yeah.
He will not just leave it to you that, oh, you do and I'll sit. No, he does everything himself also, and it
Maybe
happens.
anything.
It may be anything. He will teach you
Yes.
by doing himself. It is not that he leaves it to you and
and that
nothing.
you do. There's
It's not like
lots to learn.
lots to learn, and that will keep
And he
happening.
sleeps also. And you were telling that he sleeps also in floor. Means in the 5-star hotel also he says like chaddar lao niche zameen pe he sleeps.
Yeah, he sleeps there. He sleeps on because of his. I guess he has to take care of his back also, and he prefers it that way. On a where he does, he sleeps on the floor, and he's more comfortable that way. So he sleeps on the, and very simple. Yet everything
Very
happens around him. Everything happens around him. And we had gone to Suriname once, and he went into a meeting where there were two opposing parties, and there were dispute was there. But when Gurudev entered, somehow they came to an understanding, and the disputes dissolved. I've seen with my own eyes that the disputes dissolved as soon as he enters the place, and the prosperity, they started thinking of ways to become prosperous, to work together hand in hand. I saw that when we had gone there, and in the Parliament House when we went, everything just worked out for the benefit only. It was very good, very well done. So,
yes.
But the thing is that Gurudev does the work, but the Gurudev's instruments, the teachers, they are also like traveling and doing a lot of work and everywhere in all the places. Um, Bhaiya, Didi, you also travel a lot. So, what common thing you have seen when you have taken courses and all? The like actually means the participants were waiting that this thing to happen in their life. How is your experience so far of taking courses in so many countries? We want to hear.
I think every time it's a different experience. Every course, like we teach, it's like a new thing. This is what I have felt, There's something, and what has also happened, supposing we have taken in different countries, for example, if it's an advanced course. That also we should say that story, no?
Yeah.
You can share some guru stories. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a nice guru story, audio video story, we call it. During the advanced course, I was taking in Oman, and she was taking in Kuwait.
I was taking it in Kuwait.
Yeah, 2 years back.
Yeah, so as you were saying, what happens is that knowledge is universal, right? So one thing that happens when we teach is that whatever we are saying here, he will be saying somewhere. Gurudev will be saying the same thing somewhere. Other teachers will be saying it. Because
so there's so much of telepathy,
At that point, that knowledge is required.
And the same meditation is going on.
It will happen. I mean, none of us are talking to each other, right? Yeah. But we've noticed that it is very similar. Like, I can tell you this, like he did just now, this Kanta Shasti, now in Tamil. Like, I'm a Gujarati, right? So I was taking advanced course, and that this was in December. And, we were talking of at lunchtime, the assisting teachers, they said, he was a Tamilian, and he was telling me, we have this Kandi Shashti that is there, and like Kala Bhairava in Tamils, we all do this. So I said, is it? I have not heard. So he sent me this on the WhatsApp. He sent me this Kandi Shashti. And he said, oh, really? And now we heard it in the afternoon. I listened to it while we were resting. I said, okay, I'll listen to this. That evening, Gurudev spoke about this or the next morning. He spoke about this in the satsang. Now, how did all this, we all talk of the same thing? We didn't know he's going to speak about this. And then we, as soon as it happened, we said, look, in that space of knowledge, the same thing came to all of us. And we were speaking, I'm not even a Tamilian, no? I'm not familiar with this at all. And the teachers were talking and we started discussing this topic. And Gurudev said the same thing in the evening. So, like you say, what happens? So, we also experience it with the participants, something every time. And this funny story we will tell about this audio video. He was taking one, I was. So we both got the same number of participants in that course. Same. That 55 here.
55 and 55.
I had 55. I said, fine. And then we were noticing that we are doing something. So while this meditation, usually see Gurudev doesn't call like that, you know. The message and all will come if he has to work for some work through the secretariat or something. So that time, no, some ring came, but I was doing a process, so I didn't bother to see it.
In the same process, also, even I was.
He was also taking.
So I did not look at my phone that time.
I also did not look at the phone. So then, after some time, when I saw the phone, I said, "Oh, there's a missed call. This is the number is their ashram number. I think maybe Gurudev is calling." So I went out and I called, Gurudev only picked the phone. I got a shock. I said, "Oh, Gurudev." So he said, "Huh." I said, "I'm taking this process," and then I put the phone down. I said, "What? I didn't know. I just pressed that number. It was Gurudev." Then again, I said, I sat down and I said, "Let me press this." So I pressed it. Gurudev came on a video call. Oh, number video, FaceTime call. He was on the video. So it was the first day of the course. So all these participants in Kuwait, I showed, see Gurudev is there. Then Gurudev talked to them, gave them one knowledge point, kuch bole. And then he blessed everybody. We passed the phone, it was Eid time. So the phone went on to all the participants, small group, 55 people. And it went to all the participants, they all did. Okay. Then I told him, Gurudev, you called both husband and wife. So there's no fight between us. दोनों का सेम आज पार्टिसिपेंट्स दे दिया और दोनों को कॉल भी कर दिया तो कुछ झगड़ा नहीं. Others one will say, no, गुरुदेव ने मुझे किया तुमको नहीं किया, like that, we'll feel like that. गुरु के लिए थोड़ा होता है. So he said, नहीं फाइट करवाना है तो मैं तो करवा सकता हूँ. I said, कैसे गुरुजी? He said, उसको मैंने ऑडियो कॉल किया, तुम्हें वीडियो कॉल किया.
So for me also that time it was a shock. What happened? So I also just clicked the button and Gurudev started talking. It was on speaker. So all the participants came up to the phone. Oh, I said Guruji is there.
And so for us, me it was a video. He said, जो करना है तो मैं करवा सकता हूँ. इधर video है, उधर audio था. And the Guru story behind this is sometimes we feel, oh, Gurudev called Gurudev. There was one participant in that course, and that he became very teary, and then he told me, मुझे कुछ आपको कहना है. So I said, बोलो. He said, जब भी ये course announce हुआ और बोले कि आप आ रहे हैं Kuwait, you know how they will market, no? Every teacher, like Abhishek ji must have marketed us also. Oh, these two are this, kuch likha hai, sab. They have traveled here, they have done these Guru stories, they know Guruji. Guru is say with everybody the same way,
but all are the same.
Same, but like that, ऐसा hype करते हैं, सबको बुलाओ, WhatsApp करो, ऐसा करो. Same way they did in Kuwait also, कि ये teacher आ रही है, ये करो. There was a बुलाओ, and Gurudev ke she loves Gurudev dearly and she has traveled with Gurudev, ऐसा वैसा सब बोला. So एक devotee था, उसको tick off हो गया थोड़ा उधर, तो वो बोला ठीक है देखता हूँ मैं. उसके मन में बोला जो really इतना है गुरुजी को और ये टीचर है ऐसी, तो गुरुदेव आएंगे ये कोर्स में, लेके आएगी वो गुरुदेव को कोर्स में. See, we had no plans that Gurudev will come and address the people it was Eid holidays. So there was no planning like that done over there. It was a normal course. So, and Gurudev had called. So when he met him and he did this, after that he told me, मैंने आपको doubt किया, मगर अभी मैं कान पकड़ता हूँ, मैं कभी नहीं करूँगा doubt. I thought that she has to get Gurudev. And the first day itself, Gurudev came in the course. Before we went into silence and he could meet Gurudev. So sometimes we don't know how, why, but the cosmic order is there only, no? In the presence of the master. So that's what happened. Yeah. So.
Wow. Gurudev does his things in his own style.
Yeah.
Absolutely. He says, no, this is my style.
Style, dekho.
Mera style, dekho.
Everything he does in style.
And this happens also, like some questions we have in our mind in satsang, Gurudev will answer that question itself.
Absolutely.
It happens many times.
Yeah.
Even if I want to ask him, I'll take a list of questions to ask. And as soon as I see him and I sit with him, finished. Everything, all the answers come because you become so blank. What to ask?
Correct. Right?
Yeah. I'm sure everybody experiences the same.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's so nice that you have joined from Middle East, and this 1 hour went like, and it means we were all in that zone of Gurudev, and we were actually in that story and that situation. We are feeling like that, and it is so nice, and we are feeling so blessed that we are in his divine presence. Like whenever we talk about him, we feel his presence. So I'd like to thank you, Bhaiya Didi, to come and share your experience. So any last note you want to tell us all, that how we should take it forward and how we should do next, what we should do next? And
one thing I would like to say, all of you continue your journey. Do not stop yourself. Come what may. This person told me that, this one did that to me, I'm not like this, why did he say? You only look at your Guru and work. Whatever you want to do, you look at him. Come what may. Then only. And you remember your 5 golden points. That's it. If you remember that, I can assure you, I can give you in writing, nobody can shake you. Yeah.
And I would like to say that all of us should know that nobody is less than the other. We should never feel the lack.
Yeah.
If we have a guru in our life, never feel that, oh, this one has done this, that one is, I couldn't go, or I didn't get the chance, or this one didn't allow me. We should not get caught in that,
In that mandali.
In that mandala, that we know everybody should feel we are the best devotees. And we are the best. Gurudev will give us what is required when it is required. And it's a learning graph. You see, even you are saying, I can share with you what I have, but everything we do, we also learn. Because for Gurudev, it's infinity, right? It's infinite. There's no end to that. So we keep, every step we keep learning, no? And for everyone, if each of us think we are the best and we are the number one, there is no stopping for us. And it's true, because he's equally with every single person. That is why
that's why I say we all are the same.
That's why
nobody's indifferent.
Yeah, and that's why he is who he is and we are who we are, right? And we are not separate from him, right? He says, right, nobody is separate from me. So we should all know that. We should not put that block ourselves. We should always know that we are not, we are the best. We are the closest devotee. We are the best devotee. And then see the fun, no? Then you will see your life is eternal celebration, right?
Have that faith and trust. And Gurudev always says in satsang, kis ka kaam hota hai, I'll be the first one to put my hand up. I said, I always say yes. Gurudev, whenever he asks, no, at least my work is happening. It's like that, you do my work and I do your work. That happens. Really it happens.
It happens, no?
It happens.
That is
you
for
have to have
everyone.
that
And
faith
the
and
more
trust.
seva you will get into, you will see how it opens up for you, right? What is required for you will be given to you.
Yes.
That is for sure. That's why I think all the people who you think, oh, she's gone so much. I think we are the ones who are little bit having more fun and little lazy. That's why more things happen for us. Because he says better keep them busy. And you know, when you have that faith and that love, he will give you work only. You don't want to do also, it will come.
And literally it has happened. No?
It happens only.
It happens.
Like that. So it will happen for all of us, no?
Yeah.
It's a journey where we are already there. We just have to realize it, no? All of you have seen this video, Ancient Love. Have you seen that video? Where Gurudev says?
Ancient Love.
It's by Gurudev. It's available on his YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube.
Just watch that video. He says, you know, what are you here to seek? You are already home. No? When he says, people say seekers are seeking, I am saying drop the seeking. You are already home. You just see that video. I urge all of you, you must watch that knowledge video of Gurudev. Ancient Love. And that will tell you the story. Okay? Whatever is the message, he will give you directly. Okay?
Okay. Jai Gurudev. Thank you. Thank you for joining. Love you all. I belong to you.
We belong to all of you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ajay ji, Kamal ji.
Thank you. Nedu from Chennai.
Oh, Nedu. How are you, Nedu?
I'm very fine. Thank you. Thank you. Very nice.
Kamalji, so nice to hear from you regarding the Middle East stories and the stories worldwide. It was definitely nice, and best part is we were also live on YouTube. So please do suggest, share with your followers in Middle East to do watch our channel, Satwa Talks. It's your own channel. We'll do share the link. It's there on the group. So it's so nice to see you. Jai Gurudev.
Okay, thank you.
Guru's stories you have told was very amazing. And someone is there is taking care of our life, that I have realized. And we need to just make ourselves available.
Keep that intention, and that also will happen. Just keep that intention. I want to make myself available. Yeah.
Jai Gurudev.
Okay.
Jai Gurudev. Jai Gurudev. Jai Gurudev. Jai Gurudev.
Thank you for
Jai
having.
Gurudev.
Thank you.
Jai Gurudev.
The people join can also share your experience. Yes.
अजय भैया और कमल जी, हम लोगों को बहुत अच्छा लगा आज आप लोगों के साथ। बहुत बहुत आशीर्वाद मिला आपका और गुरु जी का। बहुत ही सुंदर लगा आप लोगों को।
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
See you.
Bye.
Bye.
Jai Gurudev. Bye.
Thank you, Abhishek.
Thank you, Preeti ji, also for organizing this beautiful session. We have heard some stories that we will watch in loop again and again in YouTube. So we have so many precious features in Art of Living. Like, my heart is full right now. And such a lovely Guru stories and great experience. We all are blessed that Gurudev is with us. He's taking care of us. And in this lockdown, we are having this session. We are hearing these stories. I can't say it in words. It's so nice. And thank you so much all from bottom of my heart for coming and daily watching this session. Thank you, Preeti ji, once again, that I was looking forward for this the whole day. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Bye-bye. Jai
जितने भी लोग
Gurudev.
जुड़े हैं, फीडबैक और यस अपना फीडबैक, क्या फील कर रहे हैं, क्या एक्सपीरियंस हुआ है, ये आप ग्रुप में लिखिए. कुछ बातचीत करते हैं ग्रुप में. लेट्स share our learnings and share our experiences in the group, and stay connected, sleep well tonight and see you tomorrow. It's Sunday, I guess, tomorrow. So happy Sunday and see you tomorrow at 9:10. Bye bye. Jai Gurudev.
Bye.
Vijay ji, yes. So all the YouTube people also, we are signing off. Vijay ji, if you can sign off the YouTube also. Yes. So विजय जी आप हो क्या वहां पे? We are still live on YouTube. So जितने भी लोगों ने सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया, you can just subscribe to the YouTube channel to see the videos again in loop, and many more interesting sessions are coming up that you will get to know. And many of you must be knowing Anand Rajendran ji also. He is also coming this Wednesday, and many teachers are coming. So it was, whenever I hear stories from Middle East, it feels like Gurudev have a special connection with the Middle East people, and he always comes and takes his grace everywhere. So it's so nice. We will be having more sessions with Middle East teachers. There are more than 500 teachers in Middle East, and they are doing a superb job. एक मैसेज आया है, one more teacher is coming soon. Yes. Okay. So one more teacher from Middle East will be coming soon. So yes, विजय जी अभी भी हम लोग YouTube पे ही हैं. If you can just sign off the YouTube, then we can